You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. Am I saying this right? Aries Eye.
Yes.
Aries
Good morning,
Eye is here.
Aries.
Good morning, Charlamagne.
So you're a medium.
I am.
Explain to the people what a medium is.
So I see dead people.
You said what?
I see dead people.
For real?
No, for real. I channel the dead.
Envy's a little nervous.
Yeah, don't be nervous.
I had a medium run up on me like maybe 12 years ago, and they said they could see a bunch of guides around me.
Bunch
Is that
of
the
guys?
same thing?
Guides.
Guides.
Bunch of guys
Well,
around
your
you? I
spirit
couldn't tell you
guides can be a multitude of people,
Mhm.
like an ancestor, a grandmother, a great grandfather, things like that. But it doesn't even have to be family. It could be somebody who was close to you that transitioned and just feels that they need to guide you or watch you.
Is that what you see?
That's what I see.
So you see?
I haven't seen anything. I haven't channeled in on you.
Okay.
She told me to be careful. So I came in. I was like, oh, shit, I'm not open. And she was
Who
asking
told you to
me.
be careful?
I told her to be careful. I don't want to. If she wants to
Envy's
do the meeting with
nervous.
y'all,
Shut your beige ass up,
If
man.
she wanna
You
do that-
don't close your eye
No.
for nobody.
if she want to do that with y'all, she can do that with y'all. How did you learn you had that power though?
I've been doing it
Don't
since
worry
I was
about
a
it. Since
kid.
you don't want to be talking, you said, no, you don't have to. You don't worry about it.
I don't need no back doors open. I just want to know.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay, Envy.
Whoa.
You know what?
Whoa.
Stand up.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Close the back door.
close the back
Okay,
door.
we don't open back
My
doors.
God.
Now, damn it.
Wow.
Where the hell did that come
All
from?
your guys got pink wings.
How did you know you had that power?
You know, I've been this way since I was a kid, and it's sad because there are a lot of gifted kids, you know, and the first time that you see a make-believe friend, right? You know, oh, well, Johnny's playing with a little make-believe friend, and Tommy, he's just, you know, real talk. Kids have the most open eye. You know, kids can see what we don't see.
Yeah.
And we play it off or we, you know, push it aside. But I've been this way since I was a kid. And because of the stereotype, you know, where you really shouldn't see what you see, I ran from it.
What did you see when you first realized you had this? gift?
Well, my first real experience, I was 12 years old. And my great grandmother came to me in a dream. It was crazy because I just woke up and I remember her sitting across from me. And so I ran in the room and I told my mom, I was like, I woke up and Granny's in the room in the chair. And so I brought my mom. I was like, look. And she was like, I don't see anybody, you know. And I'm like, she's there. 2 days later, my dad called and was like, your grandmother passed away. So, again, you know, you don't know. You're a kid. You're seeing things. And
I believe you. I've been seeing stuff my whole life. I used to have this one toy tractor that used to come to life. And I set that on fire, but I always would see like spirits and stuff, like always.
It's not Toy Story, bro.
You set
This
it
is
on
not Toy
fire?
Story.
let him be great.
Okay.
Let him have his moment.
You
damn
talking
it.
about some real?
You've
you talking
heard of
about
that before, though, right? People who had toys that would talk to them and stuff like that. Don't you try to play me like I'm
God
crazy.
damn it.
And you in here talking about
You
Biggie.
right.
Biggie
The
came
toy-
to you in
the-
a rap.
Hey,
in
the
a
toy
dream.
came alive and shit started talking.
and he birthed it after.
And he birthed it. What? And your parents let you just do that?
Outside, yeah, because I'm from the country, so
goodness.
Look at me. Now I got questions.
yeah,
I'm like,
I'm from the country, so we didn't have trash day. We used to
right,
set
you
the
just-
trash on
yeah,
fire.
Set it on fire. It is like that in
So
the South.
I would just
yeah.
take the toy out there and throw it in the trash.
Pollution,
And
right.
But
in
you
the-
said you come from a lineage of mediums.
Right. So my dad's side of the family, the women, the great grandmother that came to me, I felt honestly like now that I'm 36 and I look back, I'm like, yo, she was bringing me, you know, her gift. She was letting me know that it was okay, you know. I got a 2-year-old that can tell you straight up, it's a man right there, you know. And I'd be looking like, wait a minute, let me know shit, because I didn't see him, you know. So
Yeah, you from Chicago. You always you really might be a man out there with a gun.
that part, you
Yeah.
know. So you have to. I've just been seeing them for years.
So how do you hone in on this? Because this is something that I'm sure if you don't really focus on, it can be something that's scary. But then for yourself, you had to, I guess, try to figure out how to use that.
So the thing is, you can't outrun yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like I can see things, but where the hell you gonna run to? They just gonna follow you, you know. So it just gets to the point like, what do you need from me?
But how do you get to that spot? Like, do you close your eyes and say a prayer? Do you?
No,
What do? They just pop.
I just see.
And what's that thing on your neck? Is that part of it?
No, these are it's protection. So it's a clear quartz and a black tourmaline and black.
What are you doing, Charlamagne?
I'm just seeing if she can see me moving. I'm like, if you can't see me moving right by you, then you can't see no spirit.
Black
Shut
tourmaline is just a good stone for protection, okay? Because when you're a channeler, you deal with not every energy is gonna be.
I was
good.
gonna ask that. What
Real
about when you
shit.
open
You
that
know what I'm
door
saying?
and you get a negative energy?
Yeah, and you gotta know. You got to stand in your power and tell them, like, I'm just not. And I've had it. I was doing a client, and her boyfriend was from Israel, and his best friend killed himself, committed suicide. Israeli army, sorry. And he killed himself. And I was trying to get her grandmother to come through, but the guy was just heavily because of her boyfriend. So it's like when you open the portal, like if I'm channeling you, right? Mm-hmm. It may not be a message for you. It could be a message for your wife. It could be a message for somebody around you. If you open the portal, it's like spirits are like ants. Okay, An ant come to a motherfucking picnic and he like, shit, there go a sandwich. But before you know it, he's moving his antennas and there go a gang of ants. You know,
Gotcha.
That's just the way it is in the spiritual realm. Not every energy is going to be good. So you have to know, because I feel.
Gotcha.
I feel.
Can you open up Charlamagne's back
Why
portal?
just the celebrity spirits though?
It's not just celebrity.
Okay.
She just
No,
somebody was a celebrity.
when you're talking about the celebrity spirit, I did a reading on China Griffin, which is Faith Evans' daughter.
Oh, okay.
And I wasn't looking for anybody. Hell, I didn't even know it was Faith's daughter. Tiffany was like, I got somebody you could read, you know? And so she was like, I just think this will be kind of an avenue to take you to the next level. And I was, getting ready for her reading, and I didn't know she was best friends. I'm not an Instagram. Like, if y'all look on my Instagram, this shit's dead. I don't have time,
So Biggie popped up?
I channel Biggie
So you
Bobby Christina for her.
From China?
From China.
What was the Bobby Christina connection?
Bobby Christina, they grew up together.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that
Yeah,
either.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
And they talk and they speak and you can hear them?
It was stuff that I could have never known. They always come through with stuff that you can't find on Google.
So what happens? A portal opens, you hear baby, baby.
You know what? I can't.
This guy, man. This guy.
Where for confidentiality purposes, parts of the interview we did, she did let us release, right? So we have that, but she was very firm. There was some things that he did say, that she did ask that, we not disclose.
Got you.
In regards to her mom and her brother. And it was stuff that you ain't gonna find on Google. This was stuff that's currently happening that I couldn't have known about. So she did ask me, for confidentiality not to disclose it.
How does someone open up their portal?
So it's not per se.
Sorry.
Charlamagne, you got to watch him in these back doors.
I know. Let me tell you something.
I don't mean no harm,
You're
DJ
right.
Envy, but
You're
you
right.
keep pushing.
Let me tell you what the spirit guide told me 8 years ago. I moved into this apartment complex. She told me to watch him.
Watch your ass.
Cause he'd be over there with some boy.
Watch your
That's what
ass.
she told
Literally.
me. I promise to God she told me that. So I'm with you.
DJ Envy.
I'm with you.
That was a spirit guide?
That was a spirit guide.
Yeah, his spirit told him.
That's right. She said, watch the guides around your ass because Envy got his eye on all of them. That's what she told me.
Oh, man. I'm sorry.
Got to be careful.
All right.
There's really no such thing. Like, as far as opening portals, like, you guys have seen Coco. You've watched the movie Coco with your kids?
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of people do it that way and just paying homage to their ancestors. Just feeding what we call in the spiritual realm your ancestors, candles, leaving offerings. That's really essentially opening up a portal. That's opening up your communication to speak to your loved ones who passed away.
So what do you think happens to us when we die?
I've dealt with a lot of transitions, right? When you pass away, it's just your soul leaving a physical body.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of spirits are very uncomfortable the way they transition. A lot of them won't let go because of a loved one. I was just explaining that to her. Like, if they have a sister or a brother who's really taking it hard, or a daughter, they won't leave. I've channeled energies that have literally been earthbound for 12, 15 years. I can explain to someone like, hey, this person sits you have this table in your house. Yeah, I have this table. Well, they sit at this table with you every morning and have coffee because you refuse to let them go. And that's the thing. When we mourn, okay, when we mourn and we be like, oh, I can't take it, like this loss, we actually hold them to us. Okay, a lot of them just really want to transition, like just let me, believe it or not, they're of more use to you on the other side than they are earthbound. So when you'll know an earthbound spirit, when shit starts going boom in the house, things go boom at night, shit moves, pictures fall, and you're like, damn, that shit, things get out of place. Those are your earthbound energies around you who you haven't let go of.
So we should celebrate that transition.
Celebrate the transition. And it's when we think of things on a physical realm, right? Like, oh my God, you know, my best friend transitioned, my best friend was lost. We think about the hurt of not being able to call that person and talk to that person every day, not understanding that you can still call that same person and they're more used to you on the opposite side, because that's just like shit. I talked to my grandmother before I came in here. I was like, just lighten the energy. I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable with me. Allow me to be who I am and allow everybody else to be who they are, and we all mesh together. Your grandmother, your ancestors will shake shit up to be able to allow you to stand in your power and stand who you are. You know what I mean? And
yeah, well, my grandmother died in 2006.
I knew that already, and I did not want to say that because I asked my business manager, no, real shit. I said, there's a grandmother figure coming to me, but I told her, I said, look through his books because I don't want to repeat anything. That's my biggest thing. I don't ever want to, I'm not the Google person. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go research you. Mm-hmm. I'm very authentic. So I kept saying it. This was about 2 weeks ago. I was like, there's a woman coming to me every time I mention your name. And I was like, I'm nervous. I was like, because he just wrote a book and I need to make sure that he didn't talk about this in his book. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting that you say that because I felt that and I didn't know how to approach it because I haven't read your books and I want to make sure that what I'm telling you is authentic.
Yeah, she died in 06. She came to me in like 2 different dreams. In one dream, she looked mad young, but she was talking to me about my niece when my niece first was born. And I always be like, damn, I wish I had more dreams like that because I haven't had them since. This was years and years ago.
So when she came to you,
first time she came to me, she seemed like she was like in like a. You ever remember Max Headroom back in the day? Or like think about like the Brady Bunch. Right? Remember the Brady Bunch when everybody's head was in a box?
Right.
It was like a bunch of different versions of her head in a box, and they was like shaking. And then the second time she came to me, we was sitting in her house, where she was mad young, talking to me about my niece that was just born.
So there's something about the niece. It was something that she was trying to explain to you about the
niece.
Did
she
you
was
have
just saying,
fear?
She was just saying she saw the niece.
Okay,
she was like, I saw her. Yeah. She was just saying, I see her and she's beautiful. That's all. Like literally like a regular conversation.
Was there fear within you?
Nah, not at all.
Because sometimes when they come to you and you don't receive them very well, you won't,
The first dream was scary. Mm-hmm. When it was all our heads in like these boxes, but the second time it was cool. I was literally sitting in her house and she was just mad young. We were just having a conversation about my niece that was just born.
What kind of energy are you feeling in this room now?
Was it a heart issue with her?
A heart issue?
Yes, something with her chest.
Yep.
Wow. Did I Google that?
Yep.
Yeah. What? I Googled that.
Oh no, I'm still saying. Yep.
I was like, did I Google that? See what I'm saying?
No.
As he's talking, I can feel pain. I feel heaviness in my chest. Did she transition in the morning?
I don't remember what time of day it was. It had to be. It might have been though, because I got the call like around 6 o'clock that evening.
Okay.
So I think it might have been during the day. I'm not sure.
I don't know. It's how deep do y'all want me to go? Because sometimes sometimes it can get real personal. So I always try to let people know, because like with China, she was like, oh shit, this shit got personal. Look at him. He like, nah, I got you next.
Ahead,
Open it up. Go ahead.
Okay. So I want you to take 3 deep breaths from me, okay? Just so I can channel your energy. I'm going to put this down here, you guys. Charlamagne, don't be so fake with it. God damn. Okay.
I'm taking 3 deep breaths. Hold on. Okay, that's the third one.
Ooh, brush your teeth.
You did it. God damn it. He did it so fast, y'all. Look at DJ Envy. He like, let me put my feet up. Backdoor energy.
She getting from you.
What?
I'm just sorry.
Throwing me off.
Sorry.
Was your mom with her? Who was?
Yeah.
Okay, she was at the hospital when she transitioned.
Well, no, she died at her house.
She died at her house.
Yeah, I think. I'm pretty sure she died at her house. Yeah.
So has she been complaining about like the pains and stuff, or was this something that she? I feel like she had been complaining about this for a while.
Not to me. It was kind of sudden for everybody, to be honest with you.
Okay. You guys give me when I get quiet, it's because I'm listening. Charlamagne, she had a 2 or 3. Was this a 2-bedroom house that she lived in? Who lives in the 2?
2-bedroom, yeah.
Okay.
2 bedrooms,
Okay.
yeah.
So when you walk through this house, okay, so I'm in this. Did the house have a porch on it?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you walk through this house, whose room is right here? Go straight through the door. Whose room
Coming
is,
through the porch?
Nope. If you come through, the porch straight through. Whose room is here?
Oh, it is 3 bedroom. It was 3 bedrooms in the house.
Whose room is right here to the back? Is that the room that they found her in?
No, I think she was in the back of the house, but that was because you walk in through the porch, and then it was 1 bedroom here, 1 bedroom there, then a small bedroom to the right, and then you go down. You walk.
Hall.
You go, yeah. Then you go in the kitchen, and so she died like in the kitchen area.
Okay, is this where in the back of the house?
Yep. Yeah.
You guys want me to keep going, or I mean,
Keep going. Yeah, keep going.
Okay. Do you have a picture of her up in the living room area in your home?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you talk to her a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. She says, I hear you. I hear you talk to me. So is it something, have you been wanting to see her?
Of course.
Okay.
It's my big mama.
Okay. It's almost like she just feels like she'd rather watch over you versus show herself. So I don't know if that's because you have to be very specific when you're dealing with energies, how you want them to come. Mm-hmm. If they feel that it will spark fear for you, they'll stay back and just watch. Okay. Why you look so emotional over there? Okay. She wanted me to channel somebody for her, and I was like, I will. Just give me a second. But I see her feeling.
She wants O'Malley from Dream Chasers. She wants to know if O'Malley she ever got a chance. That's all.
Shut up.
Now, what about Yee? What do you feel anything with Yee? Anybody coming through Yee's door?
I'm sick of this goddamn door.
I didn't
Damn
say
it,
back
I need
door.
to address.
It's a portal.
I
It's
just
a
said door.
portal.
Portal.
I'm like, hey, does it bother y'all that he keeps saying back? Let me stop.
I mean, I've been working with him for a while. I'm not homophobic,
I'm
so
just playing. No,
it's
I
cool
know.
to work with gay
I'm
guys.
just playing.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna let you be great, and we're not gonna take that shade. Okay. 3 deep breaths for me, Miss Yee. She's like, are you ready? Are you sure?
I'm ready.
Okay. Okay. Your grandfather transition?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. It was hard for you. Was this something hard for you? He's just speaking of this was. Are you gonna be okay?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I just kind of felt like I don't want to.
Both of my grandfathers, though.
Okay. Give me a second. Who was of natural causes? Like just old age, natural causes. He's not giving me, I don't feel it. Like I felt his grandmother in my chest. This one just, it's like a natural, you know what I mean? Like.
Probably my dad's father.
Okay.
He had a stroke and then he ended up passing.
Okay. This one, I would feel a stroke. Like, was there anybody that just kind of I don't feel.
My mom's father was in the hospital, but then he fell while he was in the hospital. That's how he passed.
Okay. So then this would be like a natural. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not
It was
feeling.
an accident, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not feeling the pain that I felt like went with like a stroke. I usually feel it in my left side or my right side. Normally in my hands tingling. I didn't feel that. Is that the one that you were pretty close to?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Because he's speaking of it being hard for you. You were younger?
Not that much younger. Maybe about 10 years ago.
Okay. Okay. I'm just listening. Your biggest thing that you carry with you is you didn't get a chance to say goodbye.
No, not really, because
No.
we didn't know he was gonna pass.
Okay, but was there a guilt that you're carrying in regards to the last? He's just speaking of a guilt. So I don't know. Were you able to talk to him before the transition? Like, do you feel like there was, you know what I mean? Like there was closure, because he's speaking of a closure. That's usually like either guilt that you feel, not having that last conversation, not being able to say goodbye. That's what I'm speaking of.
Yeah, I guess because he was sick, but we didn't know he was gonna
Didn't
die
know that
because
he
he
was gonna-
fell
right,
in the hospital.
Right. Do you dream about him though? Did he come to you in a dream?
I honestly never remember my dreams.
Okay.
So I can't say, but
Mm-hmm. He's speaking of like I walk with you, I didn't leave you. Okay, so I don't know if you guys had that bond, like you kind of feel like you're empty, but he's saying like I walk with you and I didn't leave you. Who deals with something in regards to the stomach area? Is your mom battling anything with the stomach? Who deals with like either like a kidney issue? Is anybody dealing with something in regards to the stomach? Do you have any issues with the stomach area?
no, I don't think anybody, not that I know of.
What are you showing me? Mm. Anything with his stomach? He's showing me. This is a woman. Your mom, nothing with.
Not that I know of, but maybe I'll tell her to go get checked.
Text her and ask her.
Like this is like the left side, so it could be like an ovary. I don't know if I don't want to get personal. I don't want to get personal on the radio because I'm like I don't know.
No, it's all good. We could.
Are you
If it's too personal, we could delete it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do me.
Okay. I'm just like I don't want to get personal, so maybe after the air because
Why you wanna do me?
it could be like an issue with the kid. So I don't know if you're, if there's something like in regards to that. But it's a woman, so and it's the left side, which is usually like an ovary or something. So I'm not going to.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
But that might be something to look into.
Okay, yeah, I'm just like he's talking about that, so I don't know. Envy, what you?
Well, I know already you're seeing something about a tampered anus and Envy's.
Envy, I thought you were too scared for
I'm
this.
gonna do it.
Oh,
Yay!
Let's-
He feels better. Okay.
Let's see who pops up.
Uh-oh.
do you want me to channel somebody in
Whatever
particular?
you feel. Yeah, no, just
Okay, I kind of want somebody to
Give you
ask
somebody
me to call
specific?
somebody forward.
All right, Envy, who you want to hear from?
no. I'd rather open it up.
Okay.
Okay.
See, look at her. She like, I got somebody over there in the corner.
I
I'm
want to
just
see.
okay. Give me a second. All right, Envy. We're gonna do 3 deep breaths.
All right, let's do it.
Let me drink some water because my energy is like a lot of y'all in this motherfucker. Okay. All right, give me 3 deep breaths, Envy. You got next. Look at him. Wait, I got to see you do
Oh,
what
I'm
the
sorry.
shit? Okay, come on, Envy. Let's go.
You don't look at me like that.
Did you just do the deep breaths?
Your grandmother, did she pass away when you were younger?
Yes,
Was this also with something with her heart?
hard.
Okay. So she was like, your grandmother, she was like the head of the family. Like she really kept shit together.
She did.
She's speaking of after she transitioned that a lot kind of is the family kind of distant towards each other now.
Yes,
Yeah. She's speaking of like everybody kind of has gone their own way.
that's true.
She's disappointed actually. Very disappointed, okay? Because she prided herself on having a strong knit family.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the way that she would have liked it. So is there a feud between the brothers and the sisters, like your mom and brothers? Like what caused the
Nah, there's no food. Just niggas
Okay.
don't fuck with each other. That's
Okay.
Sounds like a feud to me.
Yeah, that's very feuded.
Yeah, sound like
all. Just people don't mess with each other.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Who's tried to reach out and try to rectify the situation? Has your mom tried to kind of step in and come forward to try to get the family back together?
Nope.
Okay. It may be time. Okay. Somebody needs to take an initiative to pull it back together. And she's saying this has been going on for too long. This shit's been going on for too long.
That's true.
Okay.
You see Uncle George?
I have to call George first. You
I
want to
will.
ask her? Do she see?
Yes.
Is he with her?
Yeah.
Do you have George with you? Did he die suddenly?
Not suddenly, but he passed. It wasn't.
Was it like an unexpected pass or?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't unexpected. He was sick for a little bit.
Okay. Was his son? Was there a teenage son when he transitioned?
No.
Who is this teenager that she's speaking of? Does he have a teenage grandson?
He might, but I don't know them.
Family and connected.
I don't know.
Okay. You don't know. Okay, because she's speaking of him watching over like a teenage boy. So I don't think he's fully. This might be another Earthbound spirit. That's why I'm asking. Because she keeps saying he's watching over a teenager. So I'm like, that's why it was. Did he have a teenage son or?
Maybe he's watching Logan.
You have a teenager.
Yeah, I have two.
Son.
Two. One daughter, one son.
And you two were close, you and George? Okay. That was like a father figure to you?
Nah, not a father figure, but my uncle.
Okay. I mean, I can call him. You want me to try to call him?
Let's call him. What's his number? I'll call him here. No, I was kidding. Guy, call him. Let me see if he answers.
Okay. You want to delete this part out? So I need a
we
first
can add
and
what he need.
okay. I just need a first and last name to call him for,
Oh.
or else you gonna have every motherfucking George in the hood.
That's my uncle.
George.
Like,
That's my grandfather's name too. George.
see, like, you finna call everybody for it.
George Fox.
Okay, Spirit, bring forth George Fox with heart to mind. Spirit, bring forth George Fox with heart to mind. Was his who had the issue with the lungs? Was this him? Something with his lungs? Breathing. Was he on a breathing machine when he transitioned?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna just say what the hell he's saying because you shouldn't have called him forward.
Go
All
ahead.
right. So did you go through a bout of depression?
Yes.
Okay. Believe it or not, he walked with you during that time. Okay. And my eye is jumping, so he's heavy. Like, he's heavy. The energy is very strong. Okay. I hate doing this, like, especially when I'm live.
Just say it.
Was there a talk of maybe not wanting to?
Suicide?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. He's saying, like, I pulled you together, like I was with you. I walked with you during this time. That's not how we, like, he's like, we don't roll like that. We don't go out like that. We're not gonna go out like that. He's very heavy in your life. This is an energy that hasn't transitioned. He feels he's responsible. That's why I kept saying, like, a father figure. It's like he feels he needs to watch over you. He feels he needs to protect you. So it could be his son, the teenager. He feels like he needs to watch over you. He feels like he needs to be around you. So that is somebody that is with you right now. He's walking with you. He's been with you when you were depressed. He feels like he has to hold you together. Again, this is an energy that feels like he needs to be around because he's needed.
How do spirits protect you?
When I call forth the spirits,
I'm saying, how do they protect us? Like, how did?
He said he's walking with me. How does he keep the negative away?
So when they walk with you, like, anytime, like if you get into a car accident, you like, shit, I should have been gone. Usually it's the ancestor that stepped in, like, nah, bro, like, I've been shot 10 times and I'm still here. It's because they don't want to receive you.
Gotcha.
It's not your time.
How do you know when you open up, you don't open up for the devil? The devil's not, you open it up and allowing negative energy to come.
You can feel a negative energy. You can feel it. That's why when I call somebody forth, I always ask, spirit. But of course, before I even go into channeling, I've already called on my protection. But you just read energy. You know what I mean? If I felt negative, you would know. I would be like, yo, it's something about you, Charlamagne. I got to move because there's an energy around you. So I guess what I want you guys to know is this is not something that has to be dark.
Right.
A lot of us go through bouts where we just need that message to heal. Okay. And it's crazy because I want Kanye so bad. I really do.
You want to do his mom?
I really do.
Really?
I really do. Because people could say, and I'm just neutral. I'm neutral. I'm not here for Kanye versus the people. That has nothing to do with me. At the end of the day, it boils down to healing. And that man ain't been the same since his mama died.
Right.
And
I
you're
don't
from
get
Chicago.
Yeah, and I just don't. I was born in Chicago. I was not raised in Chicago. So my dad was Army, so I went between Minnesota and actually Memphis raised me, Memphis, Tennessee. So but Kanye, I just feel like when his mom transitioned, there's an inner guilt that he's been holding on to, and it's just like a kid, when kids act out, and that's what we're going through. And I really would love to just sit down and just be like, well, what the fuck we need to get out, because sometimes it starts with just letting go and getting that release and allowing yourself to heal. And I just feel like sometimes when we start feeling certain ways, the first thing is to medicate us, right? Oh, you got anxiety, medicate. A lot of those medicines close your third eye.
That's a fact.
They block your portal. They block your ability to see. And maybe, you putting him in these little psychiatric homes and shit like that, he's not able to get the messages that he needs to heal.
That's interesting because that's what he's saying now.
Wow.
He's saying that he's not on the medication no more, so his third eye is open. He actually told me that this weekend.
Now, how I know that?
Now,
And I did.
What about any artists? Any artists popped through the portal when you were there?
When I was no.
Okay.
You have to call for them.
What's crazy though? My business manager, I've channeled Khalik Lucky, which is Biggie. Jay-Z's nephew.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
I called him for it, and he had we got it on recording, and I was like, shit, I've got Aaliyah for Missy, and I actually sent Missy. We sent it to her agent, and Aaliyah took me in Missy's house and showed me this room, and I was just like, I was like, I just have a message, and it was not something that you could have Googled. When Khalik came through, it wasn't something that I could have I didn't know who the hell he was. I was young when he transitioned. You know what I mean? So I just record it. I just record them as I receive them in hopes that, whenever the time is needed, I can come forth and give it to them.
Wow, that's amazing.
So yeah.
How do y'all feel?
Are you a believer now, DJ Envy?
I was never not a believer.
He just was nervous.
Just nervous.
You know what it
about
is? Sometimes
the
I
energy.
feel
it
like
seems evil because I think sometimes
Right.
you watch movies and you hear things about spirits and you think that it's going to be like playing with a Ouija board or something like that.
I'm always nervous about negative energy, allowing negative energy to
And that's
to come in my circle or around my
as
family.
you should be.
So I
As you
never,
should
I
be.
never want to open any door that's gonna have negative energy around me.
That part.
I miss my Uncle Charles Young.
Shit has to stop.
Well, Aries, I thank you so much for joining us
Hey,
today.
thank you for coming through.
Thank you.
For all
Let me
that-
tear up a little bit.
Oh.
I miss my uncle.
Did you see any
Jojo.
dildos when you was channeling in?
I'm about to put you to
know
the
what?
corner with your
You know what?
nose,
You
like
know what?
straight shut
You
it
know
down.
what? You know what? Oh my goodness. All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
How
Thank
do they
you,
contact you
guys.
if they want to contact you?
Aries the Goddess on IG. And my website is readingsbyarieseye.com.
That's it.
That's all I got.
All
Yo,
right.
I don't got
Amazing.
Twitter.
Aries Eye. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.